Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Founders Club. Today I am joined by Caine Eckstein, who is a well-decorated Ironman. He is the Australian Ironman Surf Life-Saving Champion. He is the 5-time Coolangatta Gold Champion, the Nutrigrain Ironman Series Champion, Ironman World Champion, and he's also held multiple world records. Most pull-ups in an hour, most pull-ups in 8 hours, most pull-ups in 12 hours, most pull-ups in 24 hours. And the reason why he's here today is because he is also the co-founder of Dr. Hydrate. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
That's quite a long list there.
Yeah, there was a couple of little mistakes in there, but that's okay. I'll take them.
We got through enough of it?
Yeah, near enough. I've been sort of doing it, since I was like basically 7 years old with the Ironman stuff, and having an older brother to chase sort of helped me. He actually has the world Ironman champion. I got second to him at the World Championships. Yeah. But we can say I won. I beat him in the board title for the World Championships. He got second in that, so yeah, we're even.
So how did you said you got into it when you were young. Mm-hmm. What was the reason, the push?
Yeah, my dad was a lifeguard on the Gold Coast for like 30 years, so just remember just going down to the beach as a kid, and we all lived in Mermaid Beach there, so Mum would take us down, and my dad was a lifeguard at Curra and Mermaid Beach, and then me and my brother joined Surfers Paradise Surf Club when we were about, I think I was 7, he was a little bit older, and then my dad coached us pretty much the whole way through until we both were racing the Nutrigrain and stuff like that, yeah.
That's cool. How old were you when you won your first title?
I made the Nutrigrain when I was 16, but I won the Coolangatta Gold when I was 19, which Coolangatta Gold's a pretty big race, especially for a 19-year-old kid. It was pretty much my first time racing against the adults because you compete in like under 19s. Yeah. And then that was the first time I raced the open guys, and I won that, so that was good, because like my dad done that back in the 80s as well, so it's a
that's cool.
Pretty
That's
iconic,
really cool.
and it's a pretty sort of historic race for what we do, yeah.
And did it come naturally to you?
Yeah, I'm definitely better at the longer stuff. Like the Coolangatta Gold's like a 4-hour race, so that suited me. But most of like the Nutrigrain Ironman series, like Ironman races, even like a board race or whatever, can be anywhere from like 4 to 12 minutes. So it's like pretty short. And my brother was really, really good at the short stuff. Yeah. So when you do a lot more short stuff in the year, like you don't do as many longer races. So I didn't really have that many chances to sort of do what I was good at. Whereas like, if you're doing a shorter race, you're pretty much racing every weekend for a summer doing that short stuff. So you had to get better at shorter stuff, which I'm naturally probably a better long distance person. So I sort of picked up the short stuff pretty well. But that was definitely what I had to sort of try and work on, was that sprinty sort of stuff,
And did you have to train your mind a lot as well to get through, especially the long distance stuff, or? Yeah,
it's sort of like, I don't know, I'm pretty good with sort of just like being accountable for doing things. Yeah. Not like in like surf Ironman, like the Gold Coast is the hub pretty much. Everyone either like moves to the Gold Coast, is from the Gold Coast, like that's where all the big surf clubs are, and those surf clubs have money and they bring in the competitors kind of thing. So yeah, everyone sort of trains together in a surf club and swims together in, a pool. And I was sort of the only one that sort of probably trained by myself, didn't train in a surf club. So like, you might be training with 30 other guys every afternoon in a surf club session, whereas I sort of did it all by myself. Yeah. Especially for the Coolangatta Gold, I didn't do anything with anyone else. And not many people can do that, I don't think. Yeah, they can sort of just take shortcuts, an easy way out. And, I need to do an easy session here or whatever. I'm pretty good at, even now, like now I'm still run and keep fit, and I'll do pretty much everything by myself. Like I'm good at sort of just being accountable, and I just enjoy it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And you just don't feel good once you sort of cut corners. Like it feels good when you do it.
You pay the price.
But then straight after you feel guilty. So I was always pretty good at doing that. Whereas someone like my brother, he trained in a squad all the time, and he, would openly say like he just couldn't do that sort of thing by himself. He needed someone to coach him and someone to tell him what to do and create the session and, be there and watch over sort of thing. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And how do you go about funding that journey and the training? Obviously it takes a lot of time. So you need some compensation for your time to be able to do it.
Yeah. Well, you're lucky. Sort of when I was younger, the sport was probably a bit more popular. Pretty much like all sports, I think. Like now, I think with like Netflix and Stan, all those different sort of like streaming networks,
There's a battle for
took
attention.
away from, like, back in the day, there was like Channel 9 was like every Sunday, everyone would like to watch like Wild World of Sports on a Sunday and watch like live supercar racing or like Uncle Toby's on Nutrigrain on a Sunday afternoon. That's just what everyone did. Whereas now there's so many different things for you to do. And I think that took away from everything. I think pretty much all sports, you know, even back in the day with swimming and stuff, when there was like, you know, Grant Hackett, Daniel Kowalski, Michael Klim, all those guys, like they were just household names everywhere. Just because everyone sort of knew it, whereas like all sports, I think, probably except for like AFL or something, I'm sure that's still thriving
a few
in
big
Victoria.
ones, right?
Yeah. But like back then, especially now you can still make money out of it. Back then it was a bit more popular, and if you did well, you could make money. Yeah.
Would you have to approach people to sponsor, or would they come to you once you win?
Yeah, both ways really. Especially just growing up in the Gold Coast, obviously, like the Coolangatta Gold's a big Gold Coast race, so you have a lot of big Gold Coast companies that sort of want to, you know, be the back page of the paper after that race and want you wearing a hat and stuff like that. So, yeah, you definitely get, because every like Coolangatta Gold on like the Thursday before it, you do like a little media thing before the race, and you'd always kind of get like a call up of someone saying, you know, I'll give you this if you wear this or whatever. So like as I was saying now, because even with Dr. Hydrate, I look after our athletes, and but back then, it was like a hustle. Like it was 2 days before the Coolangatta Gold, just done 4 months, like full on preparation, didn't touch alcohol, didn't do anything, like so dedicated to this race. And then 2 days before it, like I'm running around trying to get like some company's name printed on my like race pants and t-shirt and stuff, and like picking it up like the morning before and everything, like just because like, you know, they come on board. And it's like, you got to hustle to be an athlete sometimes. Otherwise, you know, you're not going to make money. And then other people see it too. Like they sort of see that you did that and people sponsored you, and then next year they can be a part of it and sponsor you.
That's cool. So it kind of builds.
Yeah, but I'd sort of just take a lot of chances with it, and just say pretty much if I win, I get this. If I get second, I get nothing. Like that was the way I went into pretty much every
That's cool.
every Coolangatta.
That's a way to motivate yourself too, right? To get the win.
And I just like I was pretty like crazy with how I thought. I thought if I got second, I didn't deserve anything. Like I was like, if I got second, like I deserve to get a job, basically. So I used to say, and pretty much every company, if you say that, like they say a price and you say, if I win, I get double. If I get second, I get nothing. And they pretty much always say, yeah, okay, let's do it.
You think after 3 or 4 times they wouldn't take
you up
on
it's still good though, because
because you're the winner, right?
Yeah, it's a win-win. So it's a win for you, but it's like, especially back then, you'd get back page of the Courier Mail and get on the Today Show or whatever. So you get, if you become a Coolangatta Gold winner or a Nutrigrain Ironman Series winner or Australian champion or whatever, it kind of stays with you. Yeah, it's a good one. It's like in your legacy kind of thing. Yeah.
And once you finished that portion of your career, you moved on to doing world records. Was that at the same time?
Yeah, I did the one in New York while I was doing it. I was just like, the record wasn't that big then. It was like 4,200 or something for 24 hours. And I don't sort of know how it came about. I was just good at pull-ups. I just knew I was good at pull-ups in the gym, and just doing gym for Ironman stuff, I was just always pretty good at pull-ups. And then I think I just Googled it, a Guinness World Record, and old mate, what's his name? Everyone loves him in America. I can't believe I'm having a mind blank of it. Goggins. I think he had it before then, and I had a friend in New York, Joe, who was like a sports writer, and I was talking to him, and his best mate Jim was like second highest NBC, and then he was like, do you want to do it on the Today Show in New York, this 24-hour record? And like I was doing Ironman stuff, so I had no idea I could do it, but I was like, yeah, okay. So I went over there and I tore my bicep in like 5 hours in, and I broke his 24-hour record in 12 hours. So I did it because it was like 4,200 or something. But it was still then, like I wasn't doing many pull-ups, so it was hard to break, but I tore my bicep. But I broke it in 12 hours because I didn't have any, like you would have saw, you have to have people count, like not even just the counters, but you have to have like accredited sort of like, and they have to fill out all the paperwork. Like you have to have 2, but you have to have it. And I didn't know this. I went to New York, and you got to have 2 every 2 hours, and they can't repeat.
Oh, yeah.
So like, 0 to 2 hours, have these 2 people this. So in 24 hours, it's like...
It's a lot of people.
48 people or whatever. And I was like, I just got to New York. I don't know anyone. And
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to be able to get these people. So yeah, I was lucky. Jim organised me 12 hours of people. And they're meant to be like something to do with sports, or PTs or whatever. You can't just get 2 random people. They got to be something to do with sport.
Yeah.
So I thought when I got to New York and they said this, I thought I wasn't going to do it. And then like a day before it, Jim was like, I've got 12 hours of people. Like, you got to break the record in 12 hours. Because in New York, like at the Rockefeller Center or wherever today's show was, it's pretty hard to ask people to come from Queens or whatever at 1 a.m. at night, like, you know. So during the day, like, people offered to come, but in the middle of the night, no one's coming into Manhattan to judge me for 2 hours. So yeah, so anyway, that was the story. But yeah, I did that while I was sort of doing surf stuff. And yeah, I don't know, it wasn't great because I was preparing for the Coolangatta Gold and I tore my biceps, so I stuffed that up.
Yeah.
But then, I sort of stopped doing the surf stuff when COVID happened. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, in 2020. Yeah.
And then so what did you do?
And then I did more pull-ups then.
More pull-ups. Yeah. And that's when you got in contact with me.
Yeah, that's when I did the 1 hour and the 8 hour. Yeah, I'd done the 24 hour twice before that while I was doing surf stuff. And then I did the 1 hour and the 8 hour with you. Yeah, and I was also training for the 1 hour record. Yeah. And then that just went, because obviously it was COVID, it just went on for like 2 years. Like, because I was planning to do it, and like these restrictions kept on coming.
Yeah.
And then, because everyone thought it was like going to be good, and then because no one really thought how bad it was going to get, and then restrictions would come and you couldn't do anything, and then I'd be like train for another 6 months, and then restrictions would come, and it was like 2 years of training.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then we finally did it because I was planning to do it in Sydney, and then it got to a point I was like, let's just do it at Pacific Ferret on the Gold Coast, like. Don't have to go to New South Wales, whatever. And yeah, Pacific Fair sort of organised it. It was like cool, but like the original idea was to do it in Sydney, and then that's why it just kept on getting cancelled because you couldn't get to Sydney.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Borders were closed and...
Yeah, so, but then that was, once I'd sort of finished. So it was a good thing to do through COVID because you just sit at home and do pull-ups.
Yeah, got pull-ups.
Yeah, a bit of running. Yeah, it was
But
fun.
you almost didn't get the 8 hour because of me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, when you asked me to do this, I remembered it. Yeah. Yeah, I sort of forgot about it, but then, I was so stressed out the next day too. Because I remember exactly where it was and like, so because I was just like, the little camera was like right in front of me, pretty much like there. And so you get used to what's on it. And then I think the light went out.
It changed a different colour.
Or it changed a different colour. And I said it to you. I was like, pretty sure the lights changed colour or something. And then you I know you tried to brush it off, not to like stress me out, but I could see in your face.
I don't want to get into your head. Yeah.
I could see in your face something happened because like it was like you sort of like saw a ghost.
That was, for me, that was like the most stressful part of
I knew something happened by looking at your face.
All my clients and business and stuff.
And then like I just had to keep on going, so I like forgot about it kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then everything was like the next day or 2 days later or something, you told me, and I was like, shit. And then, because I know how strict they are, like they're so strict, but they were pretty good with the security footage.
Yeah, I had to go to security and went through all these hoops, and I had to sign like these different affidavits to make sure that I wasn't going to share the footage or whatever. And it was a big pain to get a hold of. But yeah, I was stressed and I couldn't sleep for days. So I was like, there's no way that Caine went and smashed this record because you smashed it by like a few thousand, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no way he's not going to get it because my camera didn't record. So what actually happened was, I had done a few test runs on the camera, see if it could record for the 12 hours.
Yeah.
And it was good to go, but I forgot there was a voice activated part on it.
Yeah.
And to someone walking past, I just said the word stop.
Oh, really?
And then it stopped recording.
Yeah.
And so there was like the 1 hour or 45 minutes that didn't have the front angle. Luckily there's security footage. You were very blurry, but you could just see yourself going up and down.
I remember you showed me it and I was like, I don't know if this is going to work. But then, I was like so shocked that they gave it, like they let it. Obviously, you could still sort of see I was doing it, but if you wanted to look at technique, it was pretty hard to see like what was happening.
I had the other cameras and I lined them up next to each other so that...
Yeah, but I just knew how strict they were because I did it, I don't know, I did it, was it which one? Oh, the Gold Coast one. And I think it was because, I didn't realise, but we used like their logo and stuff for, like we had a banner and everything.
Yeah.
And you're fully not allowed to do that.
Oh.
Yeah, and then, and obviously in the footage of me doing it, you can see the logo and stuff. And I didn't even know, but they were so hard on me. Like, no, that like you have to do this, and they just kept on asking for things and asking for things. It went on for months and months and months, and then like this happened. I was like, oh no, there's zero chance I'm going to get this. But yeah, I kind of like you said, like I beat it by a bit, so I deserve to get it.
Yeah.
I would have been spewing if I didn't. But anyway, yeah, yeah, because I don't know. Obviously, we missed a bit, but I don't know how much I beat it by. I don't think I would have got it if you missed that time.
Yeah.
No, but even that, they would still need it in a line kind of thing. Like even if you
so they know you didn't go and rest.
Yeah. But
or it was a different day or whatever, right?
Yeah. But anyway, it worked out.
And we got there.
Yeah, we got there. But I knew what happened. I remember exactly where I was when I told you, hey, I was walking back from getting coffee in Surface, like walking back towards Northcliff, and you said it on the phone, and I was like, no.
I was shaking on the call because I was like. Anyway, glad we got through that.
It worked out. But I remember thinking I wasn't going to get it, and then because I was like, no way they're going to give it to me. But then I was so stoked that I sort of did it. Like I was like,
regardless, you know.
I was like, yeah, I know I did it. Like if I don't get a little plaque thing, like I still know I did it. Yeah.
Now that same event, you were kind of pre-launching Dr. Hydrate. Mm-hmm. You had it on your shorts. And
yeah.
Tell us about the idea of Dr. Hydrate and how you found your co-founder and who your co-founder is. And
Yeah. Well, it pretty much that was like August, I think, 2022 when I did those records. And then we launched in February 2023. Yeah. So it was like in like the stages of like developing it then, but we knew we were going to sort of do it. And it was a lot to do with those records because like it went on for so long, but probably a year before that, I was just doing so many pull-ups and I was like, putting on a bit too much weight and like good weight, like muscle, but to do 2,000 pull-ups a day or whatever, like you sort of need to stay light and like my fingers were swelling up and I couldn't straighten my fingers and everything. So like it was affecting like my training. So I was like, I need to do something here because I'm committed to doing this record. And then so I sort of just like stopped eating throughout the day and was just mixing like supplements together to make a drink. And then I was speaking to, and it worked, like I dropped heaps of weight really quick. I was running like a fair bit with it too. But then I was talking to Mark Webber, the F1 driver, and sort of we were planning about doing, this was when I didn't know about we were doing a Pacific Fair, we were planning on doing it in a different location. We were even talking about like Abu Dhabi and all these sort of places. Yeah. And just basically location and sponsors and stuff. And then I was telling him about this, mixing these drinks together to try and lose weight and, help my fingers and stuff. And then basically like called us back and was like, let's make this drink into a drink. Like it's a pretty good idea. And there's nothing really like that on the market. Yeah. And then, that sort of like did the records. Obviously it was good that the records came through because it makes, the drink look
more
credible.
Valid, yeah.
Yeah. And then, we launched in February 2023, sort of after the records. And that was like the whole, even now, like we try to really, sort of promote that like power to weight thing. Because like pull-ups is like power to weight. And that's like the whole story of what I was trying to do. I was trying to stay sort of powerful but be lean as well. So I was doing 2,000 pull-ups. I was doing about 10,000 pull-ups a week, running like 100K a week and not eating that much, but drinking heaps of like these different supplements to try and get in all the vitamins and minerals and electrolytes and just keep my body sort of like hydrated and fueled in that way. And it kind of worked. Yeah, I got really used to it. And even now I still like intermittent fast every day and I drink a lot of water and a lot of Dr. Hydrate every day. And I think it's something that's good for power to weight and looking at like we didn't want to make it like just an athlete drink as well. I wanted like a school teacher to be able to have 3 a day like at school. So it's like super low calories, no added sugar, tastes good, but it's awesome. Like filled with vitamins and minerals and L-glutamine, which is, good digestion and good muscle recovery. L-carnitine is good for like brain function and turning fat cells into energy, which is another good thing of why you don't really have to have all this like sugar and stuff. And so it's like an all-in-one hydration drink basically.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How do you, so you got this idea because you've been training and needed all of the make your own concoctions up. I guess, how do you know Mark Webber and how did you get in the conversation with him about let's partner up and do this together?
Well, I met him, I used to do the Mark Webber because I used to be sponsored off Renault, the cars, and he drove for Renault, and I used to do the Mark Webber Challenge. It was like it's like a 3-day race, I think, in Tasmania, and it was like mountain biking, running, and all this sort of stuff. Like it's really, really fun. So I met him through that,
Yeah.
and then like it had been years since then, and then like I said, like it was just trying to find different sponsors for this pull-up thing or location, and then it was actually his next door neighbour who's like now sort of the guy for this. He's why it's so successful.
That's
he's
cool.
the brains. And then Mark just told him about about me and what I was doing and stuff like that, and they sort of like formed together and gave me a call back and sort of said, let's do these records and do something about this hydration drink as well.
That's cool.
And then and then like from there, just obviously it's an Australian drink. I just live here on the Gold Coast, and they're in Noosa. So like we're all in Queensland as well. So just really supported sort of like good Australian sports and stuff too. So like we're heavily involved in swimming and like beach volleyball, and
That's
obviously
cool.
with me, like it's just straight away it was like a no-brainer to do the surf Ironman stuff
That's
as well
right.
and surf sports. And and it just looks good for an Australian drink, I think, to be supporting those sort of
The
sports
Australian
of
events,
of what sort of like we see and how I come up and stuff like that too.
Was it hard to find a manufacturer and packaging and get all that together?
No, we're super, super lucky. I think because there's 3 of us now. Obviously, in Noosa there, Matt, who's like the marketing genius kind of thing, and takes care of everything. And then Aiden, who actually, that's the other factory thing, he owned the factory that it gets made out of. So like everyone's
pairing,
got,
man.
got sort of like their sort of expertise in how it comes in. I'm just the little guy, the face of it kind of thing. That
No, but you also have the connections on the
around.
Sports end with the...
And like to
that as
start
well.
with, like you need to make it obviously look like it was good that, the pull-ups worked and
Yeah,
everything.
that's right.
And just being here on the Gold Coast, like we've done a lot with surf sports and used different athletes. And I think even just trying to get it, obviously it's not just an athlete specific drink, like everyone sort of has it, but even just having those athletes be able to talk to another athlete as well. Like I really like dealing with the athletes and like looking after them and stuff, because I know what it feels like to do that, and I know how hard it is as well. And then so it's rather than just some company that's just got people in Sydney in an office somewhere just trying to do the things that they're meant to do kind of thing.
That's right.
Like I think I sort of get that aspect of it.
And the athletes, they'll respect you because you're an athlete too,
Yeah,
right?
for sure. And I think they do. They want to sort of like do more as well, just because like, and even just like, on Instagram chatting to all these different athletes around Australia and stuff, like you start chatting, having conversations and stuff, you start on, and then, send them some stuff, and then they post and tell you, what they did and everything, then you send them some more, and you start like over a couple of years, you start like forming those sort of like relationships sort of thing as well. And, that even overflows into all the stores and stuff now. Like, like there's pretty like run specific stores that athletes own the stores, and, you go and do events with them and stuff and be a part of like those events. And like I really enjoy that. And then obviously just having a background in sport and having done some things, it's sort of like, it fits in you sort of being there, and you're not just some person that some
that's just
company's
sending
paid
something
to
random
go there and put a shirt on or whatever.
What's been the most what's been the greatest investment in terms of marketing efforts? Is it social? Is it the stores? Is it the events? The athletes?
I think now, like you said, one of the coolest thing we've done is like our van. I think that van,
I saw the van on social.
Yeah, the
That's
van's
really
epic.
cool.
And that was just like obviously like our marketing's pretty good, and like everyone sort of says that, but having that van and just being, and I think just meeting people and doing these events and supporting events and stuff like that's, I don't know, for me it's the funnest thing, but it's also just getting so many people to try it. Like we sponsored High Rocks, so Sydney High Rocks have like 23,000 competitors, and those competitors have friends and family and stuff, and you got the van in there and everyone's trying Dr. Hydrate and stuff, and but the van's really, really cool, and people love it. So it's like booked out for like the next 4 months.
Oh,
like
that's cool.
Pretty much like Thursday to Monday. So that was one of the best things we've done. And obviously it's...
is it expensive sponsoring the events?
Yeah, for sure. Like depends what it is. But for sure, like bigger events like that. And like High Rocks was a really good one for us because it was just so, like it was like a rocket
right down
High
the
Rocks.
lane. And that's right.
It come in really quick, and like I said, Sydney had 23,000 competitors, which is crazy. And now there's probably like 4 or something a year in Australia, but there's like 300 and something around the world, Hyrox events. So yeah, it's expensive, but in saying that, like you pay for what you get, yeah. So, but like Swimming Australia's swimming events have been really good, and like I like supporting the swimming stuff because I think, you know, swimming for a young kid, like it's just such a good Australian sport to do, and obviously. And I knew straight away when we were sort of developing this, it was going to be good for, because I've spent I got PTSD from like jumping into so many cold pools when I was like younger. Like I hated, like at the time I hated swimming. It sucks getting up at like 4:50 in the morning and jumping in a pool that like the heater's broken in winter and the pool's cold and you have to jump in and swim 6K. Like it sucks.
That's crazy.
But like swimming's really, really hard. And to have like, you look forward to having something at the end of the pool that tastes nice, and in your rest you can have like a quick drink of something that tastes nice. So straight away when we were like developing this, I was like, swimmers are going to love this, because like I remember when I swam, and if I knew I had like a nice tasting drink that I brought, and even back then it was like just like a Gatorade or something, there wasn't really anything else, but you knew if you went outside of just water, like it's just something to look forward to that sort of like can take that chlorine out of your mouth, and you know it just gets you through the set. And like swimming's been really good, but yeah, NRL, AFL, like, yeah, heaps of sports have really supported it, which has been great.
That's awesome.
And surfing, like, yeah, surfing's been, like, really good for us. So, yeah.
How does it compare to Gatorade and Powerade?
Yeah, it was, like, now there's a few more brands coming in, especially, like, in the UK, there's some good ones.
Yeah.
But compared to, like, a Hydrate, Gatorade, Powerade, or whatever, like, a lot of them will have, like, the electrolytes and, like, you know, potassium, sodium, which like replaces sweat and stuff like that, which is good. But like I said, like ours, we got all like the vitamins and minerals as well. So like you got the probiotics and selenium and zinc and like L-glutamine, L-carnitine, and all like the electrolytes, not just sodium, potassium. So it's like, it is like really like an all-in-one hydrate. It's like having like a multivitamin as well as, you know, like a hydration drink as well. Yeah. So that's like, a lot of people, I know a lot of triathletes that were pros that coach people and sort of tell them now, you know, if you take this, it's kind of like for that aspect of what you need, it's all you kind of need. Like you don't need a shelf of 5 different things and have to do all that. You just need like the one jar, and if you have that, you know, twice a day or whatever.
It's enjoyable to take too, right?
So and it's like, nice to take, yeah. You get, like, obviously I'm biased, but once you sort of, like, I'll have 3 a day every day, like Dr. Hydrates, and it's hard to go back to just drinking water every day, especially, like in hot summer, obviously. Winter's a little bit cooler. It's not as sort of like parched, but yeah, in summer you just I go through it. Yeah, it's pretty good.
What's your thoughts on Prime?
Oh, I've never had it.
Okay.
No, but yeah, it'd be very similar to because it's just an electrolyte drink, isn't it, with no added sugar.
I've read somewhere that they don't have the right kind of salts and stuff in there, or the balance is off, so it's not as good as they say it is.
Yeah. It'd probably be like more so because I think out of all the electrolytes, like magnesium is like the most important, but it's also probably the most expensive. So a lot of them don't have like the magnesium in there, whereas they've got like the sodium, potassium, and stuff like that. But yeah, I've never tried the Prime. I think they did well marketing with like whole let in like 1,000 people, but put 150 on the shelves. So it makes it look like it's like you like kill your buddy brother to get one. Right. But yeah, it's still going all right though. I think they put a lot of money into marketing.
Yeah, so it's
crazy. But yeah, it's obviously ours is just a powder at the moment. But there's like the effervescent tablets or like a ready to drink. There's a whole different way to sort of go.
So any other developments further, or are you just going to push the brand now and try and expand? Or
we'll work on it. Like obviously we're releasing a new flavour in January. And the new flavour is like good. Like it's a
What's the flavour? Are we allowed to know or not yet?
Nah, maybe not. Yeah, we'll keep it a secret. But it's good. Like, and we do a lot of sort of not trial or error, but just a lot of tests of what we want kind of thing. Like we've got a lot of flavours to choose from. So it's like been a few months. And then obviously there's a few of us in the team of like different people, like, you know, there might be 10 of us. So different people have different taste buds and like different things. So it's hard to sort of choose, especially not just the one flavour, but the different variant of that flavour. But we've got what we want now, which will be good. We've actually got a couple, so like another one after that one too. Yeah, so we'll do that in January, which is going to be like, obviously the middle of summer. So it'll be good. And then...
so what's your favourite flavour?
I go through them, to be honest.
Just the variety of it.
I like the mango passion fruit, but obviously raspberry is our latest, so that's pretty popular. But like, I really like, because I did, when I was younger, I used to drink Gatorade and stuff, because like obviously you're training all the time, and that's what there was. So like grape still got that kind of like nostalgic, like Hubba Bubba grape or Gatorade grape flavour to it. So I still like grape when I'm doing sport. And then strawberry kiwi, lychee lime, like, they're all pretty good. And I kind of like go through
different phases where this is your...
Yeah, and I suppose most people do that too, So but this new flavour is going to be a good summer flavour. Yeah.
Hey, one more thing that I remember. So you have the van, which is cool.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a really cool video of you hanging off the basket of a hot air balloon, having a bit of the drink and then falling backwards. How'd you come up with that idea?
To be honest, like I went to LA for 4 days, and like I was so jealous. I flew in that night, got in at 8:30. Like it's a mission to go through. Sometimes LA airport at like 8:30 at night. It's like hectic. It's so busy. So just to get out, get the hire car and stuff, it was like 11 o'clock. And then I drove to Paris Valley, which was like 3 hours away in the desert, to do the hot air balloon at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
So like all that.
Only a few hours.
All that, I didn't have any sleep.
Yeah.
So I like checked into this, like Paris is pretty like out there place. It's not nice. It's like not the nicest like desert spot. But there's this little like motel place, and just checked in there, and then it was like 2 a.m. had to get up at 5, but still like, I don't know, I get jet lag pretty bad kind of thing. Like, I struggle to sleep when I'm overseas, like to start with. So I didn't sleep, and then got on the hot air balloon, and I was by myself, but there was a couple other jumpers going up, and I just had my water bottle. So I said to the guy, I was like, one of the other jumpers on the ledge with me, I was like, can you just pour this in my mouth? And
that's what
they got to film it. And he was like, yeah, sweet. And he like nailed it. This guy like nailed it. And I just got like the new iPhone 16 or whatever before then too. So I think like the camera was really good quality. Everything was just like,
lined up.
It looked fake kind of thing. Yeah. And then, I woke up like the next morning. It went like full on, like got like 100,000 views or something like straight away. But then like 2 weeks later, it just went on like a tear. And every day it was going up like 2 million views, and it's like 80 million now. Got like 80 million views. But like,
it does look fake. Like I've seen the video of the dudes that like hang on the edge of the building. They're like, no, and then you just see it's a green screen behind them.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what it looks like it was.
Yeah, and people thought I died because they don't like show open my parachute till like right at the end, and like that. And it is like when I skydive as well. Like when you watch someone that has like when they'll have like a line twist, and then so their parachute doesn't open up well. And if I'm jumping, and you can watch someone like pull their parachute over there, and then you can see like their parachute hasn't opened up well, and then obviously it doesn't open up fully. Like they'll fall way more than you, and then you're watching them, and from up high, it looks like they nearly hit the ground, but like it's just that sort of like height difference. It sort of mixes it, but it looked like. So then everyone's in the comments writing that I died, and then you got people saying like, "Oh yeah, I know him. He's such a nice bloke. He died like baiting them kind of thing." So everyone like having these conversations about me dying, and then because I pinned it as well, like as like my first photo, or whatever. They thought I didn't post again. So so everyone was like, he hasn't posted for like 3 months. He's definitely dead. But like I pinned it there. So it was pretty funny. So there was like thousands of comments on it. But it was a pretty good little video. And I did it
Did you expect it to go that good?
Nah. Like it's cool jumping off a hot air balloon. You can't do it here. So you have to do it in California or like over there in America.
Yeah.
Like but that's like crazy viral. But I was like no sleep. I was there for like 4 days, and I've come back. And,
that'll wake you up, right?
It was cool though. Yeah. But it was just like, I don't know. It's just like luck thing, I suppose. But it was. We did a little ad with it and stuff with Dr. Hydrate.
That's cool.
So I was like, you have to do something. Yeah. But,
do you have any other cool bucket list things like that, like jumping off a balloon and?
I
know you've done a lot of cool things. In your life.
I don't know. We'll see. In that like extreme sports stuff, I'll probably base jump at some point, do something, but it's pretty dangerous. You can.
Because you've done the wing Like the wing jump?
I've jumped
That's
out
on a plane?
out of a plane,
Yeah.
like with different sort of stuff. But yeah, when you're jumping from like a mountain or something, like wingsuit for sure, that's
Yeah.
like super, super dangerous. Like really, really dangerous.
really close to
yeah,
everything
like
as you go down.
skydiving's like playing in the sand compared to that. Like that's pretty bad. But yeah, so I don't think I'll ever do that because like and it looks fun. Like I know guys that do it and they just travel through Europe in vans and live the life through the summer. It looks cool and drink, have a beer in the afternoon and jump. Because like, they'll do 4-hour hikes to get to the mountaintop,
that's true.
which is like cool. So like, doing the hiking thing, you're keeping fit, but then you fly down in 2 minutes. So I know I'd get really addicted to it, and so I don't want to try it.
Because once you're in, you'll be hooked.
Yeah, but I'm really enjoying like running and stuff at the moment. I'm doing a little bit of high rocks. Like it's good to put pressure on yourself and compete competitively, but like nothing like what I used to do. Like I don't really, it's just do training and then you try and just you got that moment that you got to like put all that training into one spot, and that's like I like that pressure. But no real pressure to get any places or anything with it. But yeah, really enjoy the running, and so just try and travel around, do some marathons or some ultra running, and just keep fit. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
How does it feel when you win? When you like win the Gold Coast?
That was just like, and even now, like I still like remember it's just like a relief thing. Like you put so much, especially like then, like now.
You had your money on the line, right? Because you had.
The
double or
but
nothing.
even that, like everyone just expected. Like now, like when I sort of stopped going, like Ali Day, who was from here, he was winning. So like, but he wasn't really doing it when I was. So I was kind of, like I'd won 4 years in a row and stuff like that. And so when you win 2-3 years in a row, like people just expect you to win. Like, and you'd hear people saying that, like they expect you to win and.
It's a race for
and
second,
you could do
right?
betting and stuff. I don't even think 1 year you could bet on me kind of thing because like it was like the odds were so low. So but it's not that easy. Like the sport was pretty popular and there's all people on the Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast, Sydney and stuff racing for it. There's 100 dudes that start on the line to beat you and you get no head start. Like and it's just easy. Like if I lost, it'd be that's a shock that Caine lost or whatever. But and you put more pressure on yourself probably because at the end of the day, a week later, no one cares. Like no one's like really caring about it. But you put so much pressure on yourself. So then when you actually like do win, it just feels like a massive relief. Obviously, it's cool to do things in front of your family and friends. Like we've got heaps of family from Gold Coast and Brisbane and everything, and like they'd all support us. We'd have all uncles and aunties and cousins and stuff come and watch and stuff. So it's cool to do that. But just mainly like a massive relief. And especially I'd put pressure on myself because Shannon was so good at the short stuff like the Nutrigrain or whatever, but I was good at the long stuff like the Coolangatta Gold. So I even put like the pressure of the family kind of thing on it because I knew like he pretty much
he had covered that, so you got to cover your part.
I got to cover my part, and it's like it's all on me. And that probably was warranted because he like loved it so much. If I lost, he would have felt like he lost kind of thing. He would have been disappointed. So I used to put heaps of pressure on myself. But it was like a massive relief. But it was good. Like it's good dealing with pressure. I think like not that many people like deal with those sort of pressures. Like short time pressure. Like you got 4 hours, the next 4 hours in your life to do something, and you got to like perform to do it. And if you don't, you're gonna lose. So like it's good to have that sort of stuff, I think.
Do you see parallels between sport and business?
Yeah, I like sport a lot better for sure. It's like I enjoy like different aspects of it, but like I've just grown up doing especially being like a very solo with what I do. So I like my own time and I like doing that. But I do like because I'm so passionate about it and like, there was a few of us were there right from the start developing it. It's like our baby kind of thing as well. So when you get to have this cool van or whatever and go to these events and, do these big Run Club events or High Rocks events and show everyone like your thing, like I really enjoy that. Just because, it's like you're proud of it kind of thing.
For sure.
So, I really enjoy that. And then, but like definitely like at the start, getting through, like, because we were doing sample packs to start with, and just sending out, pretty much if you sign up online, you get a sample pack or whatever.
Yeah.
So you're packing like 5,000 sample packs throughout the night till 1 a.m. just putting these sample packs together. And
you're not getting any money back, right? Because it's still in the early stages, the samples.
Just trying to get it out there.
Yeah.
But still like the mentality of you have to finish kind of thing, getting through. Right. So I'd be like waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning, packing sample packs, or doing it till 1 a.m. at night. Just then, I don't know, it was like a sport.
Yeah.
But definitely that probably crossed over a little bit because, I don't think most people would probably
view it that way.
Pack that many sample packs in one go. Yeah.
We'll end on one of my favorite questions always. What are like 3 traits of a successful entrepreneur, athlete?
I think. Well, you got to be sort of like obviously proud of what you're doing. Like try and do like if you believe it's like different, like for sure, and be proud of it. And then just I don't know, it's a slow burn. Nothing comes quick. Like nothing comes easy.
Yeah.
And it's just but I suppose if you're proud of what you are and you can see like the end light in it, those like early stages. It's not like a fad or something. It's not like something that you're just going to do and like quit in 3 months if you don't see like the success sort of like coming. If you believe in it. And just keep on working at it, it's probably going to come off. And then, just be a sort of, I don't know, I suppose if you be a good person and network in the right ways and stuff like that, people help you out. And you form like those relationships. Like it's massive to have like, and that's what I really enjoy about it too, like having those relationships. And then they're kind of like, the people that support your business so much, because it's hard to do it, like it's impossible to do it just by yourself. And then you have all those different people like supporting your business so much and creating those like really good relationships. Like that's, probably the most important thing for sure that I've sort of found. But it's some of the most enjoyable thing I think as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Last question: what's your favorite piece of advice or quote or a mantra you live by?
Oh, advice. That's a hard one. I suppose advice, just for me, I don't know. I'm very into sort of not giving up on like the things you're good at. Like find those sort of things and like really work at them. And sort of like, I don't know, because everyone's got something that they're sort of good at, and trying to like just do the best in like that sort of category and like specialize. Most of the, the best people that are like super highly skilled at like one thing, they've just done it year after year after year after year.
That's so true.
And like not, I don't know, it's good to be good at, a whole bunch of different things, but like, you got to
hyper focus on the one.
Focus on one thing, and then if you sort of do that, you're gonna like find something in it. But that's the hardest thing because it's so easy to quit. And like probably 90% of people do quit, but like the people that are like super specialists at it are the ones that sort of don't quit. Like they're the ones that play with a yo-yo for 12 years straight. They're like freak yo-yo players. Like it works. But that's the hardest. Like. It's not many people that can sort of like dedicate themselves day in, day out and day in, day out to like that sort of like one thing and be like a specialist at like one thing. But that's like the hardest thing,
Cool. Well, so thank you so much for your time. I've learned a lot and I've enjoyed hearing about your stories. So
thank you for having me. Easy.
Cool.